Lights, camera, profit. How to make money with AI powered video with Mark Harbert. We are in for a treat. The moment I met Mark inside of Offer Lab during one of our powerhouse presentations, I knew immediately I wanted to actually bring him on. I even got out of right away. I got out of the Offer Lab class and I was like, this is an amazing presentation. I reached out to Mark and I was like, Mark, can you please be a part of my live virtual conversation? And Mark didn't say anything but hesitate. But I knew instantly this wasn't just like another video marketing or email marketing guy. This individual, it was something different. His brand was sharp. His story was different. And we're going to listen to a little bit about Mark and his story here today. But the great thing is about Mark is it's game changing his strategy, which is all about being himself. Mark is the real deal. He's an email video marketing strategist who's been quietly helping home business owners turn simple videos into serious profit long before AI became the buzzword of the year. And we were just talking backstage. He loves to keep it simple and he keeps his clients in mind. And that's the whole key when you're building a brand. It's not a fancy studio. It's not about perfect lighting. It's not about having a Hollywood voice, even though from Adrian Mays from Detroit, Michigan, what though? It's all about your voice, your phone, your message, the right AI powered system. And that's what we're going to talk about here today with Mark. Lights, camera, profit, how to make money with AI powered videos. I'm so excited. Like I said, we connected with Russell Brunson's Offer Lab and even his offer being email traffic playbook in the Offer Lab studios is an opportunity to grow and build your brand with email marketing. We're going to jump into all of that here this afternoon as much as possible. But if you're tired of just posting videos that aren't getting views or sales, if you're building a small or home-based business and need marketing that works while you sleep, if you want AI to finally help you in your business, to start building, to start growing, to start being the best version of yourself, this is the live virtual conversation with Adrian Mays for you. Mark is breaking down exactly how AI is reshaping attraction, attention, and conversions all through simple story-driven sales. And you know, I'm all about telling a story, but your story, your authentic story. And we're going to bring Mark on right now to give us a little ins and outs of the whole game. Mark Harbert, what up, though?
Hey, what's up? Did I hear you live in Detroit?
Detroit, Michigan, what up, though? Yes.
Dude, I grew up in Detroit.
Oh, my gosh. No, you didn't, Mark. Really?
Yes, I did. I grew up, well, just outside of Detroit. I graduated from Clarkston High School. I grew up in Pontiac, Waterford. That's where I grew up. It's my stomping ground.
Hilarious. I used to work for General Motors, and of course, you know, that's right there in Pontiac. So
yeah, that's awesome. Small world. So
we forget the life. So where are you now?
Well, I'm on and just north side of Dayton, so about 3 hours from you. So
Mark, Dayton, Ohio is where all of my family are from. My mother, my aunts, my uncles, oh my gosh,
right down the 75. So I'm probably like literally a mile off 75. So.
Willie Blackshear, the senator, Ohio, lived next door to my aunt.
Wow, that's crazy. Small world.
No, my friend, small world. But I'm so thankful that you said yes to this live virtual conversation. I'm so excited to talk to you. Like I said, as soon as we got off that Offer Lab conversation, Offer Lab training, that you did with email marketing, it blew me away. And I was like, I gotta talk to you, Mark. But before I jump in with any story or anything, I just wanted to get a little information for people that don't know about you. Can you introduce yourself, Mark, and just kind of give a little people a little background?
So my whole journey into this online marketing thing really got started. I was in network marketing. It was probably 2007. And I actually got started in network marketing in the year 2000, really struggled with it. Really did a lot of things. You know, I was out prospecting all the time. And really around 2008, I was like, forget this. Like, I'm tired of the prospecting. I really want to use the internet. Like, how can I generate leads online? And I started going down the rabbit hole. I searched Google, how to make money online. And that was kind of the beginning of it. And then I just started really getting into affiliate marketing, and I got into an affiliate system, ended up becoming the #1 lead generator in that system. And, you know, went on to, it really was, but it wasn't until about 2012 when I had a breakout year and I had my first 6-figure year online.
Okay.
And ever since, I love this industry. I love online marketing, and I'm a student of it. I'm a geek of it. I love everything marketing. I love, all the little ins and outs that go with it. And ever since, I've done coaching, do my own courses, products, challenges, all that kind of stuff. So
amazing in a nutshell how you just summarize that. I love it. But I mean, you help home business owners. What made you target home business owners, with video as being your main target as well?
So one of the things that, so I know for me, like when I first got started, it was all about leads. Like I wanted to learn to generate leads. And so that was the crux of my issue in network marketing, was I couldn't get enough people to talk to. Like, it wasn't like, going out and bugging people at the gas stations, my friends and family and all that was all limited. Like, and I knew that if I would, and I used to listen to Jim Rohn, if you're familiar with Jim Rohn.
Oh, yes.
One of the things Jim Rohn used to say was, it's a law of averages. The more people you talk to, the more people you'll sign up or you'll get. And I knew that in my head, but I was like, I can't talk to enough people every day. Like, to me, it's like, so what I did was, I was like, that's when I started going online and I started searching. And I knew that if I could learn to generate enough leads, I would never struggle with signing people up ever again. And that's what I did. And I determined to become a master at lead generation. And that's what I did. And I found that I absolutely love the idea of generating leads. My highest lead day is probably like 1,500 or whatever. I mean, but it's like, I think that's why I started. And the reason why is when I started doing that and I started sharing some results, people are like, well, how did you do it? And I started turning around and teaching people, how am I generating leads? So that's how I kind of got into it and realized that I love teaching marketing and lead generation and conversion and all those other things that go along with it. And that's how I got really into helping home business owners like affiliate marketers and network marketers, because they need help with that. They need to get leads. Like, you cannot build a business if you don't have people come through the front door. It ain't going to work. It's all about the marketing. So that's what really kind of threw me down that path. So.
And I love that. And even taking it a step further, you were on the stage with OfferLab where we actually connected, and you were so passionate about, I remember this from the training, you were so passionate about giving the presentation to be able to give people step-by-step resources. Kind of talk about how you got involved with OfferLab, and we're going to jump over to your offer as well.
So, well, it's interesting. I've been around for so long, so I know a lot of people, in the industry, and I went to an industry event in January and met up with the affiliate manager for ClickFunnels, who just happens to be one of the main guys in OfferLab too. And we got talking, and he brought up to me that we've got this product coming up, and you might be something you want to look at. And I looked at it and I immediately was like, brilliant, like brilliant, like absolutely brilliant. And I was like all in from that point. And I just started kind of gearing up for it, getting ready for the launch. And when the launch came, just went full bore with it and ended up getting 7th place. Well, not bad. So.
I mean, you're so humble in your actual, you're so humble. 7th place out of thousands of people that are currently in OfferLab. Last time I checked, 9,500 members we have in our OfferLab community. So, I mean, to get 7th, I mean, that's speaking volumes in regards to your actual skills as well. So let's talk a little bit about OfferLab that maybe people aren't familiar. And I'm going to drop the link in regards to how to, sign up with OfferLab. But talk a little bit about OfferLab in your offer here that's in the actual community.
So, well, the one thing that I love about it is it makes it really easy to collaborate. It's very easy for you. Like, I've been in this for a long time. One of the things that I know is being an affiliate, I have promoted other people's offers before. And believe it or not, like when you're doing like a collaboration with somebody, you're relying on them to pay you when the time comes. And there have been times where I haven't been paid on time. I just seen it happen to many other people. So one of the things that really drew me to it was it's all automated. Like, for instance, when the payment gets made, somebody purchases a product, it's split automatically. There's no waiting on commissions. I mean, you do have a 30-day wait. That's typical, but it automatically pays you out where you don't have to deal with, the typical things that go on with affiliate marketing. And I think to me that's why I was drawn to it so much, because I've been running my own affiliate program for 10 plus years. And every month we pay out our affiliates like clockwork, because there's nothing more that'll ruin your reputation than affiliates promoting your stuff and not paying them. And that's bad. That's bad.
And it literally goes back to who you are as an individual, Mark. One of the things that I remember from the training is you had some issues and health issues as well. Do you talk about how you were able to tackle having health issues and still focusing on building an amazing business that you have currently?
Well, some of my, when I was, over the last couple of years, I've really focused on losing weight. I had gained a lot of weight doing this internet marketing thing. So as of right now, over 70 pounds I've lost. But the key, it really is.
Wait, Mark, yeah. Slow down, my friend. You said you lost 70 pounds. Now, see, that's a whole nother can of worms. Yeah. How did you do that, my friend? Yeah. That's crazy.
Discipline, eating the right way, stop eating junk, really cut out all the processed foods. I didn't use anything like Ozempic, and I'm not throwing any shade to anybody that uses it.
Right.
But, for me, it was just a matter of being disciplined, learning to eat the right things, when to eat and when not to eat, and I just was, got real serious about it. I'm 52 and, I stepped on the scale and about crap my pants. I couldn't believe how much weight I had gained. Wow. And, so, doing that has helped me, in my business too. It's helped me get more clarity. It's helped me, just be a better business owner. We only have one life. You can have wealth, but if you don't have your health, it's not worth it. So
come on, drop a life in the chat if you're actually listening to this live. This humbleness of this amazing individual, Mark, that lost 70 pounds. I love it, Mark. Yeah. And even building your business. So we talked a little bit about literally just getting started and growing your, as a brand, how to create videos that don't get sales and likes. What's the secret behind your whole process?
So I've been doing this a long time, and I think a lot of people get focused on the wrong things. There's so much out there. It's so easy to get distracted. For one, like everybody's selling something, which is not a bad thing, but there's a lot of conflicting messages in the marketplace. And so a lot of people tend to focus on how many views am I getting? How many likes am I getting?
Yes.
All that kind of stuff. How many people like my post? When in reality, none of that matters whatsoever. Right. It really means nothing. And because if it doesn't translate into sales, it really doesn't mean anything. So for me,
say that one more time, my friend. If it doesn't,
right. It's great for the ego. Hey, I got a viral post. They're great. I've had viral posts, but who cares? Like,
how many sales did it bring in? Right.
Well, I had a guy. This is interesting because in January I went to this event, and this guy comes up to me, and he's like super stoked, and he's like, check this out, Mark. I just posted this video yesterday. I've already got 1.1 million views. I'm like, dude, that's crazy. I'm like, how many leads you get from that? And he's like, maybe 3. I'm like,
right.
I'm like, that, what does that do for you then? Like, ultimately, who cares? And so my whole goal is like, if you're going to create content, everything you do should lead back to your email list. And because you own that, and the reason being is because people are also used to being pitched in their email inbox.
Yes.
Like it's a place where sales are made. And so my whole thing is, no matter what you do, no matter what content you create, no matter what ads you run, it should all be toward the one place, that's email. And there's things that you can do through email that engage people. And a lot of people just think it's a one-way street. Oh, email doesn't work anymore. No, it does. It's just evolved from what it used to be. It used to be just a one-way communication, pitch. Right. Now it's almost like its own little social network.
It is.
I turn it into a back and forth with my students all the time. And so that's a key there, because there's so many other things that go into it, but email is truly the greatest place for sales. And every single online marketer that's out there, no matter what they're selling you, will admit to you that they make the most sales on email if they use it the right way. Now, there are some people that make a lot of money with social media, but don't let them lie to you. They bust their balls every single day.
And I dropped a link to your email training that I actually did that showcased you going through from A to Z your email marketing strategies, which are amazing. But I wanted to make sure that Ali in Moore, she left a comment. She said, "Amazing insights, Mark. How can beginners start using AI in simple videos?" Great question, Ali. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, so I'm a big proponent of video. Video is extremely important. AI it's changing by the day. And what's happening is, you're going to see more and more AI videos, which is happening. And I think, but here's where I'm at with it. Okay. I love where it's going and I love the things, but I'm also a big proponent of, you still need to get on video. Like I truly believe there's a huge shift right now toward creating AI content.
Yes.
But what's going to happen is, and I've been around long enough, I'm predicting it now. People can call me out and say I'm not right, but I am. I'm not going to be humble on this because I know I'm right. But I've watched these trends happen because I've been doing this for so long. You see a big trend shift, which AI is here to stay. It's not just a trend. It's a monumental shift. But what's going to happen is the more AI video that's out there, people are going to feel more disconnected. So they it's going to swing back toward personal brands, which is where it's always been. It's always been personal brand. So my suggestion is, if you want to use AI, use it as a brainstorming tool, come up with content that your people really want to know, and start creating videos with you in it. I'm not saying you can't start creating some AI videos with AI avatars and things like that. I'm playing around with that right now. But the thing is, I still think it's important to get out there and connect. And
I'm going to combine the two. Like, I'm really loving, with Heijen. At the end of this, I'm going to do a little snippet, but in regards to just having an AI as your friend, right? I call my ChatGPT from the D, from Detroit. But just to have, like you said, like a virtual assistant to be able to help build your brand, but not to replace your brand. So that's the key thing as well. Yes. And once I thank Chris too, he said, "Thanks for breaking this down, Mark, so clearly." Yeah. So thank you, Chris, for leaving the comment. But Gerard had a question, my friend. He said, "Can these strategies work for both small and large home businesses?" Great question, Gerard. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, 100%. Like, it goes kind of back to what I was just saying. Like, we're more connected than ever, but we're actually more disconnected than ever too. Right. You see that on social media a lot. But I think that the brands that really put a focus on making a real connection with their customer are gonna really excel. Because I really believe in the age of AI, those who are going to thrive will prioritize human connection.
That's right.
Because we all crave it, whether we like people or not. I love people. I want to wring people's necks sometimes. We all do. But the truth is, like, it's still about connection. It's still about relationship. That's never going to change. And no matter how great AI gets, there's still going to be people that appreciate the connection. And that's, for me, like, I don't want to sit in my office all day and not connect with people. I say yes to things like this because, Adrian, I get to connect with you now. And now you found out, now I have a new friend in Detroit where I grew up. You know what I'm saying?
And I have one name.
Yeah. And you don't get that kind of stuff unless you're willing to get yourself out there. So can these strategies work? Absolutely. You just have to remember, like, prioritize people more than anything. And the profit will come. I'm all about profiting. I'm all about making as much money as you possibly humanly can. But if you really focus on what do the people need and then give them what they need, and you can make money at the same time, that's the real winner. So
great response, my friend. And thank you so much, Gerard, for the question. And Anita has a question as well. Thank you, Anita, for tuning in. But she shared, how long, Mark, should a video be to get maximum engagement in sales? Great question, Anita. And please leave questions in the chat. Thank you.
So this is a great question, and I get this one a lot. And here's my answer every time: as long as it needs to be.
Right.
Video, really, there's no set Now there are a lot of people, there's a lot of things like right now, like on YouTube, longer videos seem to be doing pretty well. Like I'm talking like 20, 30-minute videos seem to be doing well. But the truth is, like, it doesn't really matter if you're focused on the content and delivering good content. It can be 2 hours. I mean, honestly, like, why do you think movies still are super popular? We go and watch 2.5, 3-hour movies and we're locked in the whole time because the content's good, and it's the same thing with a video. As long as the content is there and you're sharing something that's valuable to people, they're going to listen.
Great response, my friend. And one thing I always say is, what do you think about framework in regards to, like, typically having a strong hook for the first 3 seconds, then having, problem-based, right? And then solutions with 3 benefits. Do you have a framework that you use when you're actually doing your videos?
Yeah. So I have a framework called the 5-part video creation framework.
Nice.
And it's really something I've devised over the years. But what's interesting is I've heard other, like, massive, like, big video people. I'm not your typical video marketer. Like, I don't give a rat's about subscribers, and I don't care about any of that. Like, I don't care how big my YouTube channel is. I don't care how many views I get. None of that. But my point is like, I have this formula, and what I've devised really goes along with a lot of what these big guys who are getting billions of views every month, it's almost the same thing. They may call it something different, but when you dive deep in. So yes, first part is the hook, which is where you're going to grab them within the first 2 to 3 seconds. You got to have a strong hook. I tell people that's the most important part of the video. Like, if you get that wrong, if you get that right, you're going to have much better chance of people actually watching a video and watching your content. So the next part is you have what I call, you have the hook. And then I added something called setting the hook.
Now, Mark, do they get this if they actually download your step-by-step guide for pillar videos? Is this information in there?
Yeah. So that guide that I have is, it's in there. And also it's mainly just a checklist. Okay. And that checklist essentially gives you a cool place to learn where to promote your videos to.
Okay. And I'm sorry to cut you off, my friend. So you were going with the hook. I just wanted to leave your addresses on the hook. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So basically it's your hook and then setting the hook. And setting the hook is essentially where you kind of drive the point deeper. So you grab them and then you drive the point deeper. So it's like, I equate it to like fishing when you cast out. And soon as they bite the hook, you yank the pole to set it deeper. And so what happens is, like, in the beginning, it's like, I can't believe people don't know this. There's your hook. And they're like, have you been trying to lose 5 pounds and you're sick and tired of the diets? You're tired of not eating what you want. You're tired. See what I'm doing? I'm setting it. I'm driving it deeper. Right. That's what that means. So hook, set the hook. And then you have the option, once you've kind of grabbed them, you got about 5 seconds. You could throw in an optional call to action in there. Like, hey, my name is Mark Harbert. I create videos like this regularly. If you want, hit me in the I've got a plan that I put together for you, a PDF. Hit me in the comments. I'll get you the link for it and you can check it out. Boom. That quick. And then you just go into the content, and the content can be however long it needs to be. Okay. But your goal with the content is make sure you deliver on that hook. If you don't, you're gonna, people aren't gonna watch anymore.
Right. So deliver comments too.
Exactly. And then at the very end, you have your final call to action. So hook, set the hook, optional call to action, content, call to action. That's the 5-part formula.
Love it, Mark. Thank you so much for that. And then a great question from Adventurous Show. Thank you for tuning in as well. Which type of home businesses benefits most from AI-powered videos? Great question.
All of them. There's no business. There's no business that won't benefit from video. Like, I challenge anybody, just go look at the stats. I mean, it's like 80-90% of people watch videos before buying. It's really not optional today. Like, if you want to make sales, you need to be creating video content. It's, not much you can do about it. There used to be a day, like, I've been around a long time, but back in like 2008, 2009, 2010, people would say, I don't really want to do videos. Can I write? I mean, sure, go ahead. You can write articles, and that's a good way to do it too. Now, not. I mean, you can do that still, but you need to mix video in too.
So tell me this: Are you a fan of ChatGPT, or which AI tool is your favorite AI tool?
Yeah, so ChatGPT is like my go-to every day.
Right.
But I also have been using Claude lately, and I really like Claude. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff in there. And I'm playing around with a bunch of others. Lovable. I know we were talking about that a little bit. You know, there's some other ones out there that I think are really cool. But ChatGPT is kind of the go-to. It's the day by day, you know, brainstormer, planner, things like that. So.
And I call mine ChatGPT from the D. Yeah. But Perplexity AI is another one that I actually got introduced to, and it really helps with research. So just to drive home the point you just said, I literally typed into Perplexity AI, how important is it to have video for building your brand? And it says retaining 95% of a message from video compared to only 10% from text.
Yep.
95%. So that in itself tells you video is extremely important for building your brand because it enhances engagement. So nailed it right on, my friend. So I have another question from Adam Wayne. Thank you so much, Adam, for actually tuning in. How do you track return on investment, ROI, on AI-powered video campaigns? Great question, my friend.
So the way I would do it is, so for instance, for me, views, subscribers, things like that don't really matter. A lot of people like get wrapped up in that. I don't. Like, to me, I think it's vanity metrics. They don't really mean much. So what I would do is, how you would track it is, like, let's say you create a video and the whole goal should be to drive them into an email list that has a follow-up campaign built into it. You could build texting in there. You could build messaging. You could build anything into that type of a platform. And then what happens is, I would track it based on how many opt-ins do I get every day from a particular, video or campaign.
Okay.
And that's how I base mine. And then you can now, once you base on how many opt-ins into your email list, now you can start looking at the campaign of your email and the follow-up and the things that go along with it. And you can look at those numbers and track those numbers. So I don't, like I said, it's a matter of, views don't mean much unless you're getting them into some sales process. That's why funnels are so important. Email lists are important. Learning conversion strategies too are important. So that's a very broad question, but there's a lot of things that you can do to convert ROI on that.
And great answer, my friend. I appreciate you answering that one on the fly as well. But Mark, was there a moment when you realized video wasn't just marketing, that it was actually ministry through telling your authentic story as well?
Yeah. I mean, when I first really started getting going in video in like 2012, when I really started creating a lot of videos, I just remember people reaching out to me and they'd be like, oh, I just connect with you. Like, you're just real. Like, you don't seem like a lot of other people who are just out there. Like, you come off really real and trustworthy. And I'm like, okay, cool. I got you fooled. No, no, that's not it. But like, but really, it really is like, how I am on video, you meet me in person, I'm the exact same way. I'm probably going to say stupid jokes, occasional inappropriate one, probably. Like, I'm myself, like, and that's all I can be. And people will either like you or they won't. And I've got plenty of people that don't like me, and I'm okay with that. It doesn't bother me. But
if you like Mark today, can you drop a 1 in the comments? Because Mark, you're doing amazing. So being you, right?
Yeah. And that's really it. Like, you get on the video, don't try to be anybody else but yourself.
Right.
Be who God created you to be. That's it. Don't try to be anything more or less or whatever. Just be. I create videos sometimes. I don't even watch them. I just create it and throw it up, And part of that is because I'm not going to totally pick apart myself all the time. I just want people to see me. If you like me, awesome. If you don't, I'm cool with that too. No, I'll just move on, so but that's kind of how I roll with it.
Well, Mark, I do want to actually touch base. When you came out, you actually talked about how it took a long time for you to get started. How did your early struggles shape the kind of mentor and leader that you are now?
Yeah. Boy, it's incredible. Like, so I started out in network marketing in 2000. I get online. The most I'd ever made, honestly, up until when I had my breakthrough, was maybe $1,500 in a month. That was my biggest month. And then, but all of that, like, was I'm just convinced, like I've told people this in the past, like it's not supposed to be easy. And I think we want it to be easy because we want to, like, we don't like the struggle, but that's actually where all the growth is happening. Like you're learning to function better. You're learning a new skill. You're learning these things. And so for me, going through all of those struggles, the financial problems and all the things that I went through, and now that was also part of my story that made me, drive me to be the way I am today. So if I wouldn't have had all that, I actually, my story wouldn't be as powerful as it is.
Right.
So you got to think of it like I'm writing my story right now. And when I'm up on that stage and I'm talking in front of people and I'm telling my story, other people are going to jibe with it. They're going to feel it also because it's your story. It's not anybody else's. And some people say, well, how long is it going to take me until I have success? I don't know, man. It could be 20 years for you. It could be 2 years. It could be 6 months. I don't know.
Right.
I wish I could, it's like when people hire me as a coach, like how long before I start making money? I'm like, I don't know, man. Like if you want me to give you a guarantee, I'm definitely not your guy.
Right.
All I can tell you is I'm going to help you. I'm going to give you what I can. I'm going to help shortcut the learning curve, but eventually, like, you're the one that's got to take it and run. I can't build your business for you. And, but it's different for everybody. And I think the big thing is you really got to dig down and dig deep and figure out that it's not going to be easy. Anybody who tells you building a business is easy, they're lying. I mean, it's not, it's hard. And I don't know that it's necessarily hard from like the technical part of it. It's the personal growth you have to go through to get there. My first $500,000 I made in 2016, I made $500,000.
Nice.
And you know what? It sucked because I realized, oh my gosh, I got to pay taxes. And I'm not a tax guy. Like, what am I going to do? And I realized this a year after when I was like, now I have to go through all this pain of paying back taxes and getting all my business structure together, which I had no idea how to do. But my point is like, you can go out there and make money, but now you got to learn how to deal with it. Now, what is it? More money, more problems.
Right.
It is what it is. Like now you have to learn how you're going to handle money, how you're going to deal with it. And it's still a learning process. Like I'm still learning that today.
And that's literally what I've been working on. I told you that AI app is financial literacy to help people have those issues, right? And with building this app to be able to find somewhere for people to land. So Chris Hanna said, loving this live, keep the gems coming, Mark. And Ali definitely said, great video, Mark, you always deliver value live. So thank you so much for engaging and being a part of the story here today, because Mark is freaking amazing. But I do want to talk about, Mark, what's a mindset myth? Like we talked a little bit about mindset. What's a mindset myth holding most home businesses owners back from using video effectively?
Yeah. The biggest myth I would say is that it has to be perfect. Honestly, like, I think that's the biggest one. Like I learned, because I come from a background. I used to be an HVAC tech. Okay. It wasn't just like, I wasn't just working on like home air conditioners, and I was actually working on industrial stuff.
Nice.
And so in Southern California is where I lived at the time when I really kind of, and I used to do, and this is leading up to a story, but I used to do industrial stuff on the San Diego Aquarium. Okay. So I used to work on these huge chillers, and these things were responsible at this aquarium for like millions and millions and millions of dollars of exotic fish from the ocean. And if they were out of like a 3 to 4 degree spread, you could start killing these exotic fish. So there's like serious pressure. Okay. And so what happens is you're very detailed, and I had to be very detailed on how I did things. Right. So here's what happens. You do something like that in your career, and then you come over to a business that you get to run on your own, and you bring that same mentality that everything has to be perfect.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
You can't do something unless it's absolutely got every little I dotted, T crossed, and you can't, like, it's like you can't move forward until that's done. That is not how it works here. As an entrepreneur, it's very different. So took me a while, but I finally adopted this idea of jump out of the plane, figure out how the air parachute works on the way down. And I forget who I heard say that, but I heard it and I'm like, that's me. I gotta do that. And so I don't focus so much on it being perfect as I do like, let's just get it done. We'll figure it out as we go, and we'll make changes as we go. And that is the biggest mindset myth, is that you have to have perfection. And perfectionism is ultimately really just an excuse for fear. You're just afraid. You know? Afraid of screwing it up.
I'm glad you brought that fear up, because fear is that one thing that limits people and stops people from trying something new, right? In the new world. What ways do you tackle fear, Mark? Like, I call fear first, face everything and recover. But how do you actually tackle fear and to kind of get through it? Because that's exactly what you have to do.
I mean, for me, I've just learned over the years that, being a believer, I believe in God, Jesus is my savior, and fear is just not from him. So for me, it's like, I look at it now as like, if I have fear, I just need to, it probably is a red flag that I need to push through it and do it anyway.
Right.
And so one of my favorite quotes that I heard many years ago, again, I don't know who said it, but they said, successful people feel fear, but do it anyway. And to me, that was like, a thing. And I've kind of adopted that. Now, if I'm afraid of something, I do my best to figure it out and I push through it. And that's where I usually get the breakthrough. So
I'm writing it down too. You said successful people feel fear and do it anyway.
Yep.
I love it. I love it. I mean, Mark is dropping gems in the cup. Please definitely engage and drop any comments that we have for you as well. But Mark, so as an entrepreneur, I say it's one of the loneliest sports in the world, right? I'm an athlete, and just getting in the gym and training camp and being able to train yourself for failure.
Yeah.
Because the first attempt in learning is failure as well. How do you actually tackle pain and failure and turn it into purpose that actually helps other people?
Yeah. First, you have to accept that you're going to fail. Like there is not right? Like, and I think it's interesting. Like, I think it first starts with like, you have to be confident in who you are. Right. I mean, first off, there's none of us that are perfect, and you have to accept that you're not a perfect being. And you just have to accept that you're going to make mistakes. You're not perfect. Now, the world is not very forgiving when it comes to those kind of things. You know what I mean? But the way I see it is, your opinion of me really doesn't count unless you're paying my bills.
That's it.
So if you're going to pay my bills, you're going to pay my mortgage, I might listen to what you have to say. But until that happens, I really don't care.
You're right.
And the only one I really care about is, what does Jesus think of me? And if I'm good with that, I'm good. Like, and he thinks pretty highly of me. So in the end, like, that's not going to bother me. So that's where it really starts. Like, you really have to have that kind of confidence. So when the failure comes, because it will, you learn not to condemn yourself or beat yourself up about it, because it's like, hey, I screwed up. I made a mistake. I'm just going to move on. That's it. And I've learned that over the years. And believe me, I made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. I tell people my very first, when I started getting into paid advertising, I had a $500 3-second mistake. I mean, it was like where I was trying this new ad platform, and I added $500 to it. And there was this little checkbox I did not uncheck. And it basically sent my ads out over millions of websites in a matter of seconds. And so it ate up my $500 in like that fast. And I'm like, that was the worst mistake, but I learned never to like not double check. You know what I mean? It's like, I lost $500, but I learned a very valuable lesson.
Right.
So, everything you do is a lesson, and I don't care what people say. Any entrepreneur should have failures under their belt. Yes. If they don't, then, I would question it.
They're just getting started if they don't. Right.
Yeah, you're lying. So I think most successful people, they're the ones that have failed the most.
And I agree, because again, I don't think we see how many times, the one saying that everybody says about Thomas Edison failing 1,000 times before the light bulb happened, but it's a reality of it, right?
Yeah.
But I want to ask you about collaboration and how, and thank you so much. Gerard said this is great insights and in real time. So definitely appreciate it. Thank you, Gerard, for actually tuning in live as well. But my friend, in regards to collaboration, I actually promote, I'm on my billionaire journey. It's day 551 of the billionaire journey. And so is just building the best version of yourself, but you can't do it alone. Tell me, my friend, how important is it to have collaboration, people that you work with in regards to growing your brand and being the best version of yourself in regards to even like our offer labs and the different programs that we're in. But talk about how important is it to invest in yourself as well as collaboration in your journey?
Yeah, it's vital. Like any big strides I've ever made have always been with collaboration, talking with people. I'm a huge proponent of getting out and going to industry events. I think in this year alone, I've probably been to 9 or 10 events, maybe more. I don't even know. Like
and you just met Alicia Little, right?
I just had a great conversation with Alicia at the WebinarCon event in Orlando last week. So, and her, several other people. But I make it a point to get out, and not with the intent necessarily of like, hey, we're going to do a collab in the future. I'm out to make friends. And if I make a friend and we talk and something comes up, and it will, I'm all about it. You know what I mean? I try to let things naturally happen. And I want people to get to know me and trust me and know that, I can bring value to something. So when I do a collab, I always enjoy that. But, there's so much great opportunity for something, especially like OfferLab, where you can collab super easy. Because usually a collaboration does take work and effort, and it's kind of like, you really have to. And a place like OfferLab actually makes it a lot easier to do. It's just a collaboration is so much easier.
So we talked about a myth, Mark. What's one truth about building wealth and freedom online, right, that most people never talk about that you can actually disclose?
So what's a truth like that? Oh yeah. The biggest truth, I think, might be a little weird, but I think investing in yourself is the greatest truth. Like, I never stop spending money on me. Like, and what I mean is, like, I never stop buying courses. I'm constantly, I literally have a call tomorrow with somebody that I may be hiring to coach me. So my thing is like, I'm always investing in me. And that's the greatest truth. Like, a lot of people are like, no, I'm not going to spend money till I make money. I'm like, you ain't going to make no money.
But,
like,
right.
I don't, and I'm not even suggesting it has to be a lot. What I am saying is that you need to get skills. You need to invest in yourself. You need to invest in, in you. And that's the greatest investment you can make. So for me, that's a huge truth, that always buying books, always going to events, always investing in myself. And I think that's the most important.
How important too, when you were talking about investing in yourself, I was listening to yesterday, I was in Alicia's training, right, with Mindset, and they were talking about everybody you can't listen to so I'm on a billionaire journey. If you're not a billionaire, I can't listen to your advice, right?
Yeah.
So how important is it to kind of look at your environment before you actually listen to the advice and, in regards to building your circle?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's important. Like, if you want to become a billionaire and you're getting coaching from a millionaire, it's kind of like, do you really even know how to get to be a billionaire yourself? Right. It's like, I think, I've been married now for 22 years, a wonderful marriage, but I also know that some of the greatest relationship coaches are the people that have been through the ringer. You know what I mean? Like, they've been through some tough stuff. They've learned through hardships. And they now go in and share and help people work through those things, So I used to have kind of the opposite thing. Like, well, if you've been divorced, why would I want to listen to you?
Right.
But actually, I kind of changed my mind. Like, sometimes those are the people that have the best insights.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And so that's just one example. But my point is, I think it is important that if you're going to hire somebody for something, or, look at it like what they've done specifically, not that it has to be perfect, but do they know what they're doing? Have they done it successfully?
And I love to bring this back up, but I have to go back to your page because you have testimonials, and I am going to ask for a testimonial after this live virtual conversation as well. But on a serious note, in regards to testimonials, for example, knows his stuff. This guy is all heart, clear. You didn't pay any of these people for these testimonials. These are real people that are actually promoting you because of who you are.
Yeah.
So talk about how important is it as a business owner or even a leader that wants to start their journey to gather testimonials to speak for their brand?
Yeah, I mean, as you go along throughout and you meet people, I mean, it's and testimonials don't have to be, as a matter of fact, they really should not be very specific in the sense of, hey, Mark helped me make $1 million,
Right,
and
right.
he can do it for you too. And like that, those are actually not good testimonials.
Right.
And they are in the sense that people would want to hear it and they want to know what's possible, but also from a legal standpoint, like you got to be very careful how you say. So testimonials really should be more character and style. Like, hey, I've worked with Mark. He's awesome. He's, he knows his stuff. He knows what he's doing. Just more generalized like that, because it's not over promising. And I firmly believe too. And the truth is, like, I've never gotten testimonials like that. Because I don't ask for them, because I know you have to be very careful with that stuff. I don't want the FTC coming after me. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Right.
And so you really
So I wasn't supposed to ask you for a testimonial? I'm not supposed to ask?
Oh yeah, you can, of course. Absolutely. No, you can do testimonials, but the key is, like, keep them. And I'm just looking from a compliance standpoint. My buddy
Please share. I'm learning too. Yes.
Yeah, my buddy Onyx Bengal, his story is very powerful. If you've ever heard this, but he was sued by the FTC and lost like $15 million.
Oh yeah, that's something I need to know about. Yes.
he's a great guy, but he really learned from that. Obviously,
Right.
I've learned too if I lost $15 million.
Right.
But and I've learned a lot from him on these topics. But it just needs to be, a testimonial can just be character in nature. Hey, so and so, they're awesome, great person. You should totally get with them. They're real, And I think sometimes people are just looking for, just hey, this person is real.
Right.
We have a real, I don't know if I want to say trust recession. A lot of people say that these days, but there definitely is a trust factor. Like, people want to know who they're doing business with. And there's a lot of shady stuff online. And so if you're not out there, that's why I'm a big proponent of video. You really got to put yourself out there and let people get to know you, who you are. And I think that's the thing that makes it work. So, but those testimonials will just come over the years. A lot of those guys you have on there, they're also good friends of mine. My buddy Ray Higdon, Ray's huge. Ray's had massive success online, but he's also been a very close friend of mine for 15 years now. So
great people. What does it say? Success leaves clues. So successful people get around successful people. So I'm not surprised that Ray is amazing as well. So, but how important is it, especially in this AI era? I know we talked a little bit about AI. It's authenticity in your story, like being authentic. How important is that for you?
Super important. That the story is what connects, more than anything. So being super authentic. I think it also comes down to how you tell your story. Don't embellish your story, but just tell the real story, like where I was at. My story, I think, is very compelling because I was living in South America, when I really getting going in this in 2012. And I remember I was doing some online stuff. I was learning lead gen, and it wasn't until 2012 that I really had a breakthrough, because my wife and I were really struggling with the money. And I had my story was, and I remember this vividly. We were living in Chile, and I was working in my office, and I came out of, and I was doing like some virtual assistant kind of work and stuff like that. And I came out of my office and I walked into the kitchen, and my wife was standing there with the refrigerator door open, and she's like, "Honey, we need food." And we were flat broke. Like, I mean, we had no money. And I just remember feeling like I am so overly disgusted with feeling like this.
Right.
I never want to feel like this again. Like, and I don't know what happened. I just like snapped, and I just like it was like I went into like fight or flight, and it was like I fought, and that was my launching pad. Like, I've never not had a 5-figure month ever since. Like, it's never not happened.
That's right, Mark. And you literally said in 2012 that you were struggling. And then you said 2016, I remember you said that you were literally a half a millionaire and struggling with taxes.
Yeah.
What is your why? What makes you keep pushing to be the best version of Mark?
Well, number one, I don't ever want to work a job again. So
Right.
that drives me from, to do. That's my number one.
Yes.
But I don't know. I love what I do. Like I could do this, 80 hours a week, and I would probably still want to do it more. I don't look at it like work. I love what I do.
Right.
That's kind of the driver. I think for years working a career that I enjoyed, but I didn't like. That's kind of weird to say that, but I didn't enjoy working for other people.
Right.
I like being able to, do things on my own, make my own choices. And so for me, that's a big driver for me, to get up every day and take care of my family and do what I do, but also bring value to the world. There's a fulfillment in that.
Right.
And there's a fulfillment in helping others achieve what they do too. And that's why I'm driven to help other entrepreneurs, because they need help learning to drive traffic and leads and sell and things like that. It's a skill, those are skills to learn, and you need people to be able to teach those. So,
and make sure that you download Mark's book. I'll make sure I put that up, your link up again. But Mark, tell me this, what kind of legacy do you want your videos, your brand, and your message to leave behind?
Yeah, it's a good question. I would think he was real. He didn't overproduce everything. He just kind of shared what he shared, and I got value from it, and it actually worked, And I think that for me is probably the biggest legacy. Like, I don't want to be the most polished marketer out there. I'm not interested in building like this huge studio. Some people have them, and that's fine. And some people think they're vital. I don't know. I don't know that I necessarily think they're vital. I'm kind of the guy, like, I like to relate to the common person, maybe I can make a lot more money if I appealed to the millionaires and billionaires, but I like to reach back and help the people I once was.
I know that's right.
And so for me, that's kind of where I'm at with it. Like I don't know. That's kind of the legacy I want to leave.
And that's amazing in itself. How do you, because I know you're God-fearing as well, how important is God in your actual journey in regards to your story of where you've been, where you are now, and even where you're going?
Yeah, super vital. Like, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for God.
Come on, talk about it, Mark.
Yeah. No, I have a membership that I've been running for over 10 years now. And every month, every other week, we do a session called Fearless Faith, and it's all about how to align your faith and business at the same time. Because I have no problem saying that most Christians today have a horrible money mindset. It's like the worst.
Right.
Everybody's like anti-prosperity gospel, but it's like they're pro. You can get me preaching here, but it's like they're pro poverty, and God's not a poverty. He doesn't have no poverty gospel either. Like, it's ridiculous. So for me, it's like, how do you create the balance between like being profitable, which God wants you to be prosperous. There's no question about it. There's no question in my mind, but how do you do that? But also make sure you keep him first and honor him with what you do. And that's where I'm at with it. Like, so for me, like, I don't go out there preaching Bible verses on everything, but I'm also not afraid to tell people, hey, go to my blog. You can see clearly who my master is.
I know that's right.
So I'm not out there. Like, I'm not like faith forward, but I have no problem talking about it and making it part of my message, and if people don't like that, well, there's other people to follow.
There's so many other people in the world. That's why I don't mind talking about it. I read the Bible in 30 minutes every day because again, I just want to read the whole book because it's something that. But once I started doing it, it's like a roadmap of what life looks like. We're not in control, and I love that part about it as well. And I'm laughing too because I'm looking at your shirt. Tell me about the Fearless Influencer that is on. Where did that shirt inspire from? Is that your brand? Is that your own shirt brand?
Yeah, so that's kind of my overall brand, the Fearless Influencer, and it really is our membership is called it's called the Fearless Influencer Academy, and really it's ultimately about building a business, doing it without fear, obviously, which is a part of what we build it in, but it's also about creating influence, because sales really ultimately and making sales is all about influence. How do you influence other people? And that's kind of the idea of the brand is, how do you go out there? Because when people start stepping up to the plate to be an influencer, you got to be willing to take hits too. Like you got to be willing to, take the negative. If you're going to especially create videos, you're going to get nasty comments. But who cares, man? Like, I mean, ultimately in the end, like I've had some of the worst comments you could ever imagine. Like I have actually had people tell me I should kill myself, put everybody out of their misery and kill yourself. I'm like, oh, thank you very much.
Right.
Yeah, but the thing is like, if I was self-conscious, that could bother me, and it doesn't. Yeah. I feel more sorry for them than I do, than what they're trying to direct at me. So, I think, but I think a part of that is my faith. Like, I know what God thinks of me, and ultimately that's really all that matters. Like how you view me. Like, I would love for you to like me. I like people that like me, and I like others. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like, I'm cool with that. And guess what? We don't even have to agree on everything. I don't even agree with my wife on everything. I still love her more than anything. You know what I mean? It's like being likable to me is just like, hey, I'm kind of funny. Like everybody wants to label everybody nowadays. I'm like, I have two labels, a-hole and non-a-hole. Like you're either one or the other. And, I don't care what you believe. Like as long as you're nice, cool, and I can hang with you, I'm good. So
I know that's right. Keep it this simple. And before I jump into the top 8, because I like to keep it around the hour, I truly appreciate your time here, my friend. But talk to me a little bit. I was checking out your amazing website or what have you. How does it feel when you have stories of people that you're getting them transformation? For example, you help somebody go from 4,000 to 7,000 per week. You help people hit 5 figures. You've helped 30 to 40 leads per day. And even looking at the different testimonials that we talked a little bit about briefly as well. How does that make you feel as a mentor and a leader, helping other people get to their dreams and their goals?
Oh, there's nothing like it. I mean, it's fun making money, but it's more fun to help other people do it too. I mean, I think that's the big thing. It's super fulfilling. Those people on there, Todd and Leah Getz, good friends of mine. We go down to Florida. Every time we go down, we visit them too. But it kind of started in a community. That's where I met them, and they hired me to help them. And they're honestly some of my biggest success stories. They went on to create a 7-figure business. I mean, they've done some amazing things. But ultimately, I just played a small part in that.
Right.
I mean, like I can teach someone everything that I know. It's their responsibility to take it and run with it. Like
exactly.
So I try to like really set a realistic example that if I ever work with somebody, like I'm going to give you everything I got. I promise you, I'm going to give you the best of me. What you do with it is a whole nother story.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's why, like, even when people hire me, I'm like, there's no guarantee you're gonna make anything. I'm just telling you that right up front. You may make nothing the whole time we work together. Right. I promise you, I'm gonna move you forward faster than if you try to do it on your own.
And that's why I became a captain instead of a coach, because I honestly, I am crazy, Mark. Like you said, like work to me doesn't feel like work. I can do 16, 18 hours, 20 hours a day. And it feels like just normalness. So I don't think like I can coach people because you don't want my coaching program. And so I try to keep it smooth and easy for people. So that's literally, but I applaud you for all the things that you've done, as well as even showing up here live for you. I'm going to say it again, probably about 3 or 4 more times. So let's jump into the top 8 real quick, because I want to definitely be respectful of your time as well. I truly appreciate it. So the first question I ask is, if you could be any superhero, Mark, any superhero, I will be Flash, because I'm a Delta. I'm Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Flash is my line name. Yeah. What superhero would you be and why?
Superman. Like I grew up watching Christopher Reeves, the old Superman. I love that. Like I probably watched that. So yeah, Superman.
I love it. Okay, Superman. I even have you played with the making a nano banana, making your own superhero character?
I have played with that, but I have not done that yet. So I'm gonna
okay. So we'll play with that as well. Okay. So my next question for you is, what's one food? I know you lost 70 pounds, so that's not even before or after your call. But what's one food you can eat every week and never get tired of it?
Honestly, I love a good steak. Like I don't ever get used a sirloin. Like I love sirloins, man. Like I just a medium sirloin. Like I could eat that every day and not get sick of it.
Really? Okay. Mine is actually, I'm a watermelon fan. I literally know it's a lot of sugar in it. People have told me that the difference is when I say it this live, but I'm still watermelon. I can't turn from that one. So
gotta love it.
Okay, sirloin. I like it. Okay, so the next one, where are you originally from, Mark, and where do you call home now?
So I'm originally from Detroit area. Grew up in Pontiac, Waterford. Graduated from Clarkston High School. Grew up there. Left there. Went in the Navy for a couple years. Came back, and then I ended up moving all over the place. And now I'm in Dayton, Ohio, north side of Dayton, a little city named Tip City, Ohio. And this is where we're at. We've been all over.
We stop and get our gas. We
South
stop right there.
America, you know, we've been all over the place. So.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much for your service. Happy Veterans Day of you last week as well. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Mark. Just more and more blessings. I'm getting more as we continue to talk. But I'm from Detroit, Michigan, as you know. What up, though? So that's downtown Detroit is where I call home now as well. So what's your favorite place that you've ever traveled to? I've actually lived in Toronto, Ontario, but I've been to 48 out of the 50 states. I've traveled internationally, but Toronto still has my heart. But so do you have a favorite place that you travel to and why?
My wife is Chilean. We moved to Chile and we lived there for 4 years. And there is a place in Chile called Concon, Chile. And it is a real kind of vacation destination. Chile's a long, skinny country, but it's just beautiful. It's like one of our favorite vacation places in the world. We've been there several times and we're talking about going back, you know. So there's one little cove that we love to stay in because it's like, you know, you're just up on the 7th, 8th floor and all you see is pure ocean and there's a little beach and it's beautiful. So
I have not been to Chile yet. So that's definitely on my list. And so
it's gorgeous. Beautiful country.
Oh my gosh. So that's your favorite place to visit as well. And would you live there?
Oh yeah, we lived there for 4 years. I loved it. I'll be honest with you, one of the main reasons we moved back is my business was really taking off and I was getting invited to speak at all kinds of events. And traveling back and forth to the US was just nauseating. Like, I'm talking 17 hours, you know, it was just like too much. And I was like, it's time to move back. And, you know, so.
Oh my gosh, that's 17 hours. I remember when I traveled to Japan, it was crazy flight and it was ridiculous. I can understand the agony there. So
it was usually like a 9 to 10 hour flight anywhere, you know, like maybe to Dallas. And then I had to get, you know, and then I'd have to wait 3 hours for a layover and then I'd have a 3 or 4 hour to where I need to go. And by the time I'm done, I'm like, I need a whole day just to recover.
Right. That's understandable. So now the next question for you is what day or holiday or season do you look forward to the most every year? Mine is actually my sobriety day, which is November. That's coming up in a couple of days, November 20th, 2023. So 2 years sober, I'm coming. I'm right around the corner. But it's also my cousin, Jabari Weston, passed away. It was his birthday. So it's kind of my new peeling of Adrian May's day that just moving forward as well. Do you have a day or a holiday or a season that's like the day that kind of inspires you to, you know, that you just really, truly enjoy?
I love spring. You know, to me, like spring and summer, to me, as far as seasons go, I love it. I do not like winter. I lived in Florida before we moved here. And every winter I question that decision, you know, why do we move up here? I love that. You know, that's kind of my thing. But
And play along with us in the comments as well if you're watching here live. And thank you so much for everyone tuning in and watching Mark and I get down here with the top 8. My next question for you, my friend, if you could recommend one book or movie that changed your mindset forever, what would it be? I changed mine from Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad Poor Dad to the Bible. When I thought about it, I was like, the Bible wins. Financial education. I know he's a billionaire. I know that's where I want to go, but God's going to put a finger on either way. So do you have a book?
Obviously, the Bible is
right.
It's the number one selling book in the entire world. So it's probably a good idea to read that. But if I had to choose one outside of the Bible, there is a book that changed my life big time. And it's a super simple book. It's called The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. It's one of those books that I really recommend anybody read. It's all about what it takes to be successful. And it's incredibly simple, the concept. And it's one of those books I recommend everybody read.
You said it's by Jeff Olson, right?
By Jeff Olson, The Slight Edge. Yep. Okay.
I just wanted to bring it up here as well. Wow. Great book. See, that's what I love. Do you have a movie as well that inspires you in regards to just for your mindset?
Dude, the greatest movies of all time, and I don't care if anybody says any different because they're wrong.
Right.
The Rocky movies. Okay.
Come on, Adrian.
So, like, I am a Rocky fan through and through. Like, my dream is to meet Sylvester Stallone, and I always tell everybody he's the best actor ever. And if you think otherwise, you're wrong. And but I love the Rocky movies. I think that's why I love what I do. Like, I'm always kind of rooting for the underdog because
right.
What that story was all about, and most inspiring movies to me. So
do you watch Tulsa King, his new series that he has out?
Absolutely love it. My wife and I watch it. Okay. Yep. So,
I mean, he's almost 80 years old, and he is like acting like he's in his 40s. Like I love Rocky because, you know, like I said, his wife Adrian, you can't go wrong. I had to go through it my whole life. My name is Adrian. So
it'll be a sad day when his day comes because I'll be like, you know,
right.
I have just. Yeah, I love everything about the Rocky movies.
I love it. Now, how would you? I have two more questions for you. Then I'm gonna let you get back to your day. How would you describe you and your brand in one word? My one word is still resilient. Like, it's nothing that God will allow me to do. Just putting my head down. Do you have one word that would represent your brand, Mark?
Fearless. Yeah.
Come on, fearless. It's on my shirt.
Right here. That's it.
Right.
Fearless, but that's really it. Like, because there's nothing you can't achieve, and the only thing holding you back is fear. That's it. Like, no matter what it is, whatever's keeping you from reaching it, it's just the fear. So you have to adopt that idea of I got to be fearless. Yeah. And if you're afraid of it, that means you probably need to do it. Right. And so.
I love it. Thank you for that. And so the last question I have for you, if you could tap younger Mark on the shoulder and kind of give him some words of wisdom to prepare him to go, your younger self, one piece of advice. Mm-hmm. After all the life experiences you've been to, you've lived in South America, you've been to Detroit, you grew up here in Detroit, Michigan area. Come on. But after all of the different experiences you've been through, what would that advice you give to your younger self?
Oh man, that's a deep one. I think really ultimately, I think I would just really, which is kind of what I did. Mm-hmm. I didn't really know what I wanted to do, but I would say maybe don't be afraid to experience things. Because there were times where even though I was, I really wanted to go out and experience things, I was also afraid, leaving home. When I went in the Navy, I was extremely homesick. It was the first time I'd ever left home. So I would just think, like, don't be afraid to try new things. Like, get out there, that's the only way you're going to grow. And because there are times where I was held back because of fear. Right. Times where I didn't stand up for myself because of fear. Yes. Now it's like, you can't mess with me. Like, I'm just a different dude than I was back then, because I used to really care a lot about what people's opinions were of me. Right. And that was something that I would probably tell my younger self, don't worry about other people's opinions. Like, the only opinion that matters is Jesus. And if you're cool with him and he's cool with you, which he is, right, there's not much else that really matters. And that, if people really understand, will set a lot of people free from those opinions.
And then that's the most important part, my friend, because I say this one as well all the time. It's not my business what anybody else thinks about me, but it's 100% my business what God thinks about me. So I can't worry about the people. You guys are on your own journey. Me and God are in this thing together. So, but Mark, I just wanted to honestly take a moment and say truly thank you. From the minute we crossed each other's path, your OfferLab energy, with your expertise and your willingness to serve, it stood out to me. And I honestly, it's bar to none, my friend. And it showcases. I really quickly I did your put you in Superman real fast.
Now I just need a 6-pack like that.
Right.
Still trying to get rid of this keg.
But 70 pounds lost, you're doing great. But your presentation during the time in OfferLab, it didn't just teach, it inspired me. It reminded me that email marketing, as well as video marketing, being authentic, strategic, your videos matter more than ever. Yeah. And you gave me that clarity and that energy. And I truly thank you for bringing that energy here today as well. And helping and explaining and helping and answering questions from people that have questions about video and content and just your wisdom and generosity, my friend. I could keep going on and on, but I just want to help you get back to your day, but is there anything that you want to actually say to anyone that's on the fence or struggling about getting their authentic story out there and even using email and video marketing in their brand?
Yeah. Just go out, start sharing. Like, don't, it really comes down to the only thing that keeps people from doing that is fear. Don't be afraid. There's other people out there. You're going to come across people that won't like you, but that's okay. There's going to be a lot of people that do. And we're not here. It's like you said, like our goal is not to, is really not to please everybody. You know, I always go back to Jesus, the most loving dude to ever walk the planet. Yeah. And people hated him and they still hate him today. Yes. And it's like, you know, it doesn't matter how loving you are. People are not going to like you. And you just have to accept that. But go out there. Don't be so wrapped up in opinions, because that is the biggest thing that holds people back. So
that was it. Mic drop, my friend. Oh, Mark, thank you so much for your time. And so sure. If you, I'm not going to ask you for that word that starts with a T, but if you let me know if you enjoyed today's conversation as well. And I truly appreciate you. Okay.
Yep, for sure.
Thank you so much, Mark.
Bye, guys.
Come on. Oh, lights, camera, profit with Mark Harbert. Oh, that was so amazing. Thank you so much for everyone that tuned in live. How to make money with AI powered video and getting started in building your brand. It's one of those things that I know that everything happens for a reason. And Mark today shared his insight, shared his strategy, shared his opportunities with OfferLab. Don't be afraid to try new things. Be fearless. Be the best version of yourself. Invest in yourself. That's the best way for you to actually grow and build your billionaire brand. It takes one thing for you to do is just to kind of trust yourself and to build yourself and be the best version of yourself. And how you do that is saying yes, like Mark did. And I truly appreciate you sharing all your insight here today as well, my friend. And I just want to wrap up here today by doing something quick and fun. One of my friends that helped out in regards to this live virtual conversation, I'm going to shout him out really quick, Delwar Hussein. We actually connected in LinkedIn. And with LinkedIn, you know, we had the opportunity to connect or what have you. And he was sharing with me about how to help with these live virtual conversations, helping it get to over 140 people tuned in live here today. But Delwar Hossein showed me that, you know, his mother tongue is Bengali and he has difficulty understanding and speaking English. And what I shared with him last night, we were texting about 2 a.m. in Detroit, Michigan time, and it was only 12:30 his time. But one of the things I shared with him at the time was that AI can actually be able to solve all those problems of barriers. So I promised him that I would show him how that AI can be able to stop all those barriers. And so what I did was I created a video. And so what we're going to do is we're going to watch the video here live. And then I'm going to show you how everyone has seen me talk for over an hour. That again, that I am English speaking and I'm from Detroit, Michigan. What up though? But I'm going to introduce you to a platform called HeyGen. So HeyGen is where I created my AI avatar. And let me bring it up here a second. So HeyGen is where I created my AI avatar, and it allows you to create videos and be live in regards to your brand. So first, I'm going to actually play the video for you that I created that allows you to be the universal you. You're going to watch that one. And I made this specifically for Delwar because, again, he slid into my LinkedIn, helped me with these live virtual conversations. And I wanted to show people, too, what is possible with AI. So let's watch this short video here first.
Delwar, my friend, I had to create this video just for you. You and I connected on LinkedIn, and in one conversation, it became crystal clear. You're a genius in social media growth and global podcast broadcasting, but you shared one thing holding you back. You can read English, you can write English, but speaking it, that's where things get challenging. And because of that, you've been using translation tools to connect with clients. But today with AI, no problem. I'm going to show you how AI removes that barrier instantly. 3 ways AI helps you market yourself in English from anywhere in the world. Let's start with the most powerful one, HeyGen. This is the tool I used to create this exact video. With HeyGen, you can create your own universal speaking AI avatar, one that speaks perfect English with your tone, your expressions, your personality. And yes, even when you're most comfortable speaking Bengali, use my affiliate link here on the screen. You simply upload a script in English or in Bengali, And HeyGen instantly turns it into a professional video that sounds like you've been speaking English fluently your entire life. No more worrying about pronunciation. No more fear of sounding unclear on video calls. No more avoiding opportunities. You can reach English-speaking clients instantly, and you can now dominate LinkedIn with confidence. The second way AI helps you market globally is by using ChatGPT's voice mode to practice real English conversations. Think of it like having a 24/7 English-speaking coach in your pocket. You can talk to it in English, you can talk to it in Bengali, and it will help you practice pronunciation, tone, and speaking confidence. It never judges, it never gets tired, it adapts to your learning speed. Perfect for practicing client meetings, practicing podcast intros, practicing sales conversations, practicing networking conversations. You don't need a tutor, you just need 10 minutes a day. And number 3, AI can help you tell your story globally through content. Tools like Google Assistant can turn your ideas into powerful English posts, videos, and scripts in seconds. You write your thoughts in Bengali. AI instantly rewrites it in professional, native, fluent English for global clients. This means you can grow your personal brand internationally, even if English isn't the language you speak every day. Delwar, your skill set is already world class. The only thing missing was a voice that matches the level of your genius. And now, AI gives you that voice. You no longer need to choose between your culture and your global influence. You can keep your Bengali identity and speak to the world at the same time. Here again is my HeyGen affiliate link so you can create your universal AI avatar today. You deserve to be heard everywhere, not just read, not just translated. Heard, let's help you speak to clients across every continent. Let's help you build your global brand, and let's make your voice just as strong as your talent. I can, I will, I shall be victorious. Let's go. Adriani Mays, your AI cash story captain and AI wealth strategist.
So that's me, my friends. That's me in English. I just showed you a video of my AI avatar twins showing how that would work. Now I'm going to show you one more tip because I did the Bengali. So Adrian Mays, you see I'm speaking in English. I'm now going to change over and speak in Bengali. Let's listen. Now, if it's right, Delwar has to let me know because that's part I won't know because, that's not my native tongue.
Hello, Peace is the I cash story captain, and I have turned myself immediately into a multi-language speaking person from Detroit, Michigan. Dower Peace one is for you, my friend. With HeyGen, you can speak any language. Trade now. The affiliate link is on the screen, which means I get a small commission from promoting HeyGen. I can. I will. I shall be victorious. Let's go.
Now, if that was right, Delwar, you're going to have to let me know. If you enjoyed that, leave a 1 in the comments where I was able to show you an engaging way for you actually to build your brand and to be the best version of yourself as well. So one last thing that I want to actually showcase to you is going to the AI cash story ultimate offer. So the ultimate offer is allowing you to be able to connect with people and you don't have to do this alone. So understanding that, I'm building the billionaire brand with the tax extraordinaire. And I might play that last video that has gone viral in regards to just providing education and growing people and understanding your passion. But with the actual ultimate offer, I'll make sure I put the link here in the chat. You'll be able to connect with HeyGen. Try HeyGen on your own, in your own time. Be able to speak multilingual and be able to showcase how you're able to utilize the platform and grow your brand. So we have myself with consulting as well as Unica Games, my business partner with the tax extraordinaire, with problems like Mark showcased in being able to have tax issues. If you go from income having 20,000 to billionaire status, you got to have a tax strategist on your field. And with Adrian Mays and Unica Games, the tax extraordinaire, you're in great hands. And then number 3 here is OfferLab. OfferLab is the opportunity to collaborate. That's where Mark and I connected. They have live trainings. They have a school community. Russell Brunson, billionaire, created this actual community for us to collaborate and unlock the platform of offers that can be listed and promoted and sold without tech overwhelm. And as I showcased earlier was Mark's offer in the OfferLab platform. He also has an OfferLab certification program, and that's Russell Brunson's OfferLab, allowing affiliates to learn how to build and launch their high converting offers and unlocking 100% commission eligibility with this guided certification path. And then on the ultimate offer, we have Jason Fladian and Go Webinars. He's the king of webinars. and he effortlessly shows how you can cut and paste webinars. So I'm building my billionaire brand, and Unica Gaines and I are building a financial literacy tool. So this AI webinar opportunity, that's what you specialize in one-to-many sales, right? Over 130 people in the live virtual conversation. First off, again, thank you. But being able to have your message go to more than one person helps to elevate your brand. Passion over profits coaching, as Mark mentioned, it's important to have mentors. It's important to have mentorship in your process. So building your brand and learning how to sell digital products with an amazing community, with a team of coaches that actually care about you, with Nathan Bokers and Salvatore Castellano and Cuschetti and Alvia Batarian and Chris McNamee and Daniel Chu, is literally the conglomerate of people that have over 200 trainings to help you build your brand and learn about digital marketing and this online sales. Jonathan Montoya is the man in regards to freedom, and left his 9-to-5 job, showing entrepreneurs how to actually level up, a part of OfferLab as well. But he has an AI freedom launchpad to learn how to actually implement AI into your life, as well as passive income and breaking free from your 9-to-5 job. And this 8-figure earner is one of my mentors to help in regards to building AI twins and the concepts of affiliate marketing and growing your actual brand. Billie Jean Shaw, one of my certifications for AI, I'm AI certified with the Billie Jean program. So certification in regards to Facebook ads and AI marketing. And Billie Jean helps with roadmaps and automation and helping with AI powered marketing to help you grow your billionaire brand. And you don't have to do this alone and become an AI genius like your girl, Adrienne Mays, as a wealth strategist as well. This amazing opportunity with Alicia Little, Mark told me that he met her last week in Orlando, and she has a free AI marketing summit that's going to take place tomorrow, November 19th and November 20th. And so definitely make sure that you take advantage of Alicia Little, the queen of AI, certified AI consultant, and being able to provide this free opportunity for you, and make sure to register for the summit. And she's a keynote speaker from the Atlanta, visionary founder of the International Association of Artificial Intelligence Consultants program. So if you're looking to have coaching with AI, this is somewhere you want to be tomorrow at the AI Summit. And being able to go to the link there is going to give you the exposure for you to be able to have the ultimate offer and grow your brand. And so in tools and resources in regards to ChatGPT and having access to the live virtual conversations, as well as Go High Level, these are the tools that you want to actually have in your business. So the link is on the screen for you to build your billionaire brand, to take advantage of opportunities, and literally how to build your Hey-Gen, Advantage, and traffic secrets. I'm giving you the blueprints for Adrienne Mays and AI Cash Story Game. So hopefully I gave you that snippet of having the opportunity to how to build your own AI twin. If you enjoyed this live virtual conversation, don't hesitate to leave in the comments your feedback from today's live, what AI can actually take place in your life, and your excitement to go to the AI Marketing Summit that's going to take place tomorrow and Thursday, November 19th and 20th, 2025. So Lights, Camera, Profits, how to make money with AI powered video with Mark Harbert. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. I truly enjoyed the opportunity to connect with someone on a real basis. I'm gonna leave you with this. There's only one way that you can actually go wrong in life, and that's not giving your best. And as I'm building out this amazing AI tool on Lovable AI, this development, I'm not a coder, but I have a background in electromechanical engineering and a master's in business. And went to Murray State University. I worked at General Motors here in Detroit, Michigan. And I've done the things, but the excitement when you get to build something on your own, when you have the connection and opportunities to collaborate with amazing entrepreneurs like an Alicia Little and a Lorette Little and a Daniel Chu, a Nathan Bokers, a Jonathan Montoya, a Billie Jean Shaw, a Jason Fladian, a John, so these, Russell Brunson, these individuals help Unica Gaines and Adrienne Mays build our billionaire brand. So I'm going to leave you in regards to showing you one of the content that we've been working on that's going viral on Unica Gaines' page, and it helps in regards to credibility. And a lot of people need to know, because I don't think going viral is just like, oh, I'm going viral. This is information that people actually need to know. And it was about the $2,000 stimulus check being confirmed with Donald Trump. So I'm going to showcase this last here tab for you before we get out of here in this live virtual conversation and allow you to get to your day. But this Unique Gains Attach Extraordinaire, we're helping people with financial literacy and with the actual quiz to be able to help you with the AI legacy blueprint. But I'm going to play this. This is her avatar that was created and what we do for business owners as well. So let's play this here.
Trump says every American could get $2,000 checks. But before you start planning a shopping spree, let's break this down like clear, quick, and no political smoke. Imagine America as a big family household, 330 million people under one roof. Dad, the president, just announced everyone's getting $2,000 from the money we earned selling lemonade to other countries. Sounds amazing, right? But the family still has a massive $38 trillion mortgage. The fridge is half empty, and the neighbors, Congress, still have to agree before any money leaves the house. 5 things you need to know about the $2,000 tariff stimulus check. Number 1, it's a promise, not a payment yet. Trump officially confirmed the plan, saying a dividend of at least $2,000 a person will be paid. That's a commitment, but it still needs Congress to vote, like mom and dad both signing the check before anyone gets cash. Number 2, the money source equals tariff revenue. He says the $2,000 will come from money made by tariffs, fees from imported goods. Number 2, the money source equals tariff revenue. Think of it like charging your neighbors to buy your lemonade. It's income, but it's not infinite. Tariffs only bring in about $380 billion a year, while the country overspends by $2 trillion. Number 3, inflation is the elephant in the room. Sending $2,000 checks to everyone sounds generous, but it can make prices jump again, like when too many kids grab candy and suddenly the store doubles prices. Number 4, Congress has to approve it. Even if Trump signs off, Congress controls the family wallet. They need to agree, and some lawmakers will say, we can't afford more candy right now. Number 5, timing depends on the economy. If 2026 hits hard, job losses, recession, factory cuts, the check could move faster. Desperate times bring desperate measures, but if the economy stays steady, this check might stay in the maybe someday pile. So before you count that $2,000, remember, America's family budget has to balance. If the house keeps overspending, even free money comes with a cost. This is why financial literacy matters more than politics. Whether checks come or not, you control how prepared you are. So don't hold your breath for this $2,000. Wait on Washington to fix your wallet. Build systems that turn every dollar into a decision. That's the difference between living check to check and living by design. Have question? We have answers. Click the link below in the comments and take the AI Legacy Blueprint Money Audit Quiz. When you know better, you build better. Let's build better together. If you received value from this video, comment 2,000 and let's win together. Trump says
that's the video, and then it links to the quiz here that I'm going to put in the comments. And so with the actual quiz, it helps people stop leaving money on the table, because that's what it's all about, is educating each other and being able to have the best version of yourself. So learning these different things, knowing that growth can happen, and growth, it happens with action. You have to take action in your brand. You have to be able to know that the best version of yourself is right around the corner as long as you keep going. There's so many different things out here nowadays that can throw you off your rocker. But if you have the opportunity to be the best version of you, how you do that is taking the quiz, taking action in regards to your brand, because like she said, when you know better, you build better, and you no longer have to build alone. So this live virtual conversation, thank you again, Delwar. Hopefully you enjoyed that little excerpt about the introduction to HeyGen, how to actually speak internationally anywhere around over the world. And thank you so much, Mark Harbert, for saying yes to this live virtual conversation, November 18th, 2025, day 551 of the Billionaire Journey of Adrienne Mays. We're building, we're growing, and keep coming back and showing up for the opportunities to grow and build your best opportunities with your billionaire brand. I can, I will, I shall be victorious. What up, though? Adrienne Mays, AI wealth strategist and your AI cash story captain, signing off, my friends. Hopefully, I'll see you at the summit tomorrow. Let's go. Deuces.